Our objectives with the Jefferson curl are to actually start training into thoracic and lumbar spinal flexion. Thoracic and spinal flexion are absolute no-nos traditionally when pulling weight from the ground in a deadlift pattern. What we want from the Jefferson curl is controlled articular mobility, meaning every vertebrae can be moving. Think of almost like an accordion or like a pearl necklace, where each joint has the ability to articulate. One of the downsides of keeping a neutral spine in all of your deadlift or pulling patterns is that oftentimes that's not necessarily realistic when moving awkward objects, when going through activities daily living, or when you go into a specific load of deadlift that's so high relative to either a new PR or your previous 1 rep max, where you now do have to round and the body does have to accommodate to the extra load. So therefore, train it, anticipate that strength demand, use the Jefferson curl. The main benefit that I get from the Jefferson curl is actually a mid-thoracic mobility experience. I feel like that really helps open up my scapulas and really open up that stiff rib system. And again, as well as the benefits in flexion training that we talked about, and a little bit different look for the glute and hamstring system. Christopher Somner's U.S. men's national team coach for gymnastics for years and years and years, owner of Gymnastics Bodies. He has these elite level gymnasts start with something like a PVC pipe, moving to a PVC pipe with a 5-pound plate on it. Excellent. Always best practice to be cautious. That is maybe a little exaggerated. I like my athletes starting with an 18-pound kettlebell, elevated, starting with something like a 4-inch bumper plates, progressing to an 8 to 12-inch deficit. There is no specific equation that states that if you traditionally pull from the ground or traditionally deadlift this load, that you should be using the Jefferson curl at 3x, 5x. There is no equation, like I said, so it's all about slow, intentional data collection. How does your body respond? I'll be using 4-inch bumpers, 35-pound kettlebell, and just to demonstrate the pattern. Do 3 reps in the anterior view. I'll turn, step onto 1 bumper, 3 reps, lateral view. Traditional deadlift and come. Jefferson, right up to the edge of the plate so I can drop below my foot line. Segmental spinal flexion. Once you reassess your response, start feeling more confident, we make one adjustment at a time, either increasing the deficit and elevating yourself a little bit higher, or increasing the load, but not changing those 2 variables at the same time. Individual assessment as you progress.